What can make someone crazily addicted to a game? To find out if someone can be addicted, first we have to figure out what an addiction is. Google states that an addiction is the fact or condition of being addicted to a particular substance, thing, or activity, which includes gaming and other forms of content or substances. So, how does someone become addicted? Well, if you think of something that gives you joy, like a warm cookie or a nice summer day, perhaps a swig of whiskey or a puff of a cigarette. Now, these don't necessarily have to become an addiction. As much as I like chocolate, I could live without it. Now, according to Maureen Boyle, a public health advisor and director of a science policy branch at National Institute of Drug Abuse, she says an addiction is a biophysical social disorder. It's a combination of your genetics, your neurobiology, and how that interacts with your psychological and social factors. AKA, she means that your environment and your genetic makeup can tell you if you have an addictive personality. What's common in all addictions is their ability to increase the levels of an important chemical in the brain called dopamine. It's a chemical that gives you a sense of pleasure. So when you're doing a pleasurable activity, dopamine is sent to your brain. The problem with substances and activities is they can be more pleasurable than natural activities. What makes a game addicting? Now, while there are many different ways, scientists found in a study in 2005, dopamine levels doubled when people were playing video games, which means that addictive games are chemically addictive as well. As Dr. Gary Small explains, the same neural pathways in the brain that reinforce dependence on substances can reinforce compulsive technological behaviors that are just as addictive and potentially destructive. So, how do you make a game addicting? You make it simple, challenging, and rewarding. Which brings me to the topic of which of these three elements does Animal Crossing have? Well, it's relatively simple, being that it's a sandbox game where you build houses and other structures. Okay, that's a check. Is it challenging? Yeah. Having to spend time working to make enough berries to buy the next thing or pay off debt is similar to real life challenges, which makes it easy to relate to. And it's undoubtedly rewarding. I mean, you have to work up to do whatever you want, spending hours trying to find one rare fish to show off to your friends, to finally catch it. It feels really good. Not to mention the competition of trying to find the rare fish before your friend. Check, check, and check. So it's definitely addicting, but is it legal? And the answer to that is yes. There is no law that forbids addicting games, and this is mainly because it's hard to tell if a game can become addicting, and everyone can get addicted to a different game. It's easy to ban heroin because it's bad for you and is addicting. However, to stop a game addiction would have to stop game production, which doesn't help anybody. Companies would lose money, content creators would lose their jobs, and it would be overall bad for the economy. So games can easily become addicting and can be damaging. So try to spend less time playing games, and if you find you might be becoming addicted, or someone says you are, take a break, go outside, but wear a mask, and stay 6 feet apart. I know people who have been addicted to games, and still are, and it's kind of sad. It gets in the way of their life and other responsibilities. I will make sure I never get addicted to anything non-beneficial to life. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit that like button down below, and if you're new, it would be nice if you could subscribe. I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers. I know I'm like 4 away from 40, and then that would mean 14 away from 50. It's a lot of subs to me, and I'm thankful to all of you who have decided already to subscribe. I didn't think I'd get past 5. So thank you guys so much. Without further ado, I will see you guys next time.